We're a few hours away from an amazing sight in the skies. For the first time, a spacecraft will be launched from Virginia to the moon.
The rocket will launch just before 11:30 this evening from NASA's facility at Wallops Island in Virginia. Richard Reeve is live at the Satellite Center with a look at the mission. Richard.
Well, Gordon, anyone fascinated with space or who remembers the Apollo program will likely be looking to the skies tonight. Now, all systems are go for the Minotaur rocket ship, which is actually a modified intercontinental ballistic missile. It'll help explore something most of us didn't even think existed, the moon's atmosphere. It will be a very different kind of rocket's red glare when the Minotaur 5 orbital rocket launches from Wallops Island around 11:27 tonight.
You'll see a bright streak that, depending on where you are, it should be quite visible up to about 10-20 degrees above the horizon.
The launch, visible up and down the East Coast, will be a space exploration first for the Old Dominion, the first spacecraft to go from Virginia to the moon. This journey will take longer than the Apollo missions, about 20 days.
Well, every space launch is very exciting. You know, as they taught you in school, space is hard.
After a series of orbits, the Minotaur will launch a probe about the size of a small car called the Lunar Atmosphere and Dust Environment Explorer, or LADEE for short. The LADEE will circle the moon at airplane altitude for about 100 days, studying the moon's atmosphere.
See if we can see if there are dust storms. Now, that'll have a big impact on us when we do robots on the lunar surface and eventually when people go back to the moon.
Like any Earth-to-Moon voyage, this $280 million mission has its risks. Scientists will have to spin the aircraft, aiming it toward the moon, then slow it down for the approach.
We have to fire that engine. We only got one chance to get it in lunar orbit, so it's pretty exciting, but we're pretty confident. We've tested everything and retested it.
Now, instead of using just radio waves, the LADEE will use lasers to transmit information it gathers back to Earth. NASA believes this could revolutionize communications in space, more data sent a lot farther. After 6 months, they will run out of fuel, and the LADEE will plunge down, crashing into the moon, hopefully with mission accomplished. Live in the Satellite Center, Richard Reeve, ABC 7 News.